Opening our list of the 37 most anticipated open world games is Echo. Building a world isn't a task done alone. This is what John Krajewski shows in his creative Kickstarter masterpiece. In this colorful simulation game, collaborate with your team of world masters to create a thriving civilization from scratch. A simulacrum of an actual ecosystem, he has created a living and breathing environment with thousands of free roaming fauna and tons of resources to collect. Here, everything you do affects the world you created, from the simple acts of cutting trees to the hunting of the animals. With all actions necessary for future growth, you'll have to govern them with facts-based laws, manage economy, technology, and its many pollutants. It's an award-winning Kickstarter crafted with care, serving fun and education at the same stroke. No release date yet, but it's set to release on the PC. Number 36 is Y Lands. Here's another gorgeous sandbox adventure. Take to their stunning polygonal environments and pour out some of your creative juices in this interactive world. Much like the voxel world of Minecraft, it offers a vast environment with millions of possibilities. Explores beautiful environments, gather resources, and build. With its array of vehicles, you'll conquer land, sea, and sky in the span of a few minutes. Bring along your friends and rule the world together. Currently on early access, it's set to release on the PC this fourth quarter. Number 35 is Steep, Road to the Olympics. Imagine a world where sports is all that matters. Well, imagine no more, because that's exactly what Ubisoft brought when the open world extreme sports game released last December 2016. But they're taking it to a brand new level with their upcoming expansion pack that'll take their extreme sports to Olympic heights. In preparation for Pyeongchang Olympics in 2018, bring out your best to the table and represent your country in their various events. In addition to the standard skiing, snowboarding, and paragliding, Road to the Olympics brings you new events like slalom, super Gs, and so much more. Releasing this December 5th on the PC, ps4, and Xbox One. Number 34 is The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim VR. For a game that's released over 5 years ago, The Elder Scrolls 5th chapter has seen a remarkable longevity. But the biggest news just might be their upcoming venture to the world of virtual reality. Arguably a dying genre, one of the world's most popular fantasy RPGs might just be the perfect thing to happen for it. Return to the shoots of the legendary Dragonborn, visit their picturesque landscapes, and see the land of Skyrim through your very own eyes. Set to release on the PS4 this fourth quarter. Number 33 is Dual Universe. In the wake of the infamous No Man's Sky, Nova Corp's upcoming game is working to save the reputation of the sci-fi exploration genre. It's one of the most ambitious Kickstarter projects to date, with the complexities of management, design, and discovery all rolled into one. For this grand MMO, they've created a shared, procedurally generated universe for all their players to edit and enjoy all at the same time. From the looks of their current development, it's still a diamond in the rough, but we're hoping they deliver. It's set to release on the PC this September. Number 32 is The Guild 3. 11 years after the release of The Guild 2, the quirky historical simulation is finally coming back at the reputable hands of THQ Nordic and Golem Labs. With this third installment, return to ye olde 1400s Europe and turn yourself into the noble you deserve to be. But this time, the game will let you have a legacy for your future generations. Continue your dreams with a whole new set of skills along with your inherited status and properties. It's set to release on the PC sometime in 2017. Number 31 is The Sinking City. From the makers of Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments, Frogware's newest IP promises to bring us into the twisted world of H.P. Lovecraft's imaginings. Set in the strange Cthulhu mythos, take on the role of another private detective roaming the flood-laden streets of 1920s Massachusetts. With the city on the brink of madness, they're counting on you to solve the riddles of their world. Announced in 2015, not much details have been released since. It currently sports a to-be-announced status with no disclosed platforms. Number 30 is New World. One of the 3 projects at Amazon's latest game studio venture, this massive multiplayer sandbox game will bring you to an alternate 17th century America haunted by supernatural powers. Choose your role in the strange land, whether it's farmers, builders, or soldiers. In a world populated by curious settlers, work together with other players to rebuild civilizations or hunt monsters in their infested world. Not much details have been released, but we're curious what the retail tycoon can bring to the table. Coming to the PC soon. Number 29 is The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. If you thought the world was sick of good old Skyrim, then you're wrong. With their upcoming release on Nintendo's hybrid console, it's opening up a new way of enjoying the open world RPG. With the Switch's portability, you'll be able to bring your adventures everywhere you go. Think of all the possibilities. Switch in hand, return to the sullen world of Skyrim, fight some dragons, brew some potions, loot some corpses, and take arrows to the knee, at just about any place you can think of. Are you excited yet? It's set to release on the third quarter this year on the Switch. 28 is Darksiders 3. A sequel to Death's misadventures in the post-apocalyptic Earth, THQ Nordic and Gunfire Games is bringing us another look into the life of yet another horseman of the apocalypse. Or should we say, horse person? With the haughty, whip-wielding Fury, we venture back to the dilapidated Earth on a mission for annihilation. Ride along her black horse and eliminate each of the dreaded 7 deadly sins. Just like the previous titles, there'll be a lot of hack and slash action to be had, with a few puzzles on the sides. It's set to release on the PC, ps4, and Xbox One this 2018. Number 27 is Fortnite. Spending years in development hell, Fortnite rises from the ground in a much-awaited arrival to bring us the base-building zombie massacre we all deserve. Not to be outdone by its ghoulish nature, this zombie fest comes with a refreshing splash of color with its vibrant arenas and quirky cast of characters. With its imminent release just inches from our reach, don't forget to pre-order the game for some juicy bonus content. Create some badass, highly customizable forts, set up some traps, and ready your guns. It's set to release on the PC, ps4, and Xbox One on July 25th. At number 26 is Ashen. Straight out of Xbox's indie developer program, Aurora 44 gives us a taste of their artistic open-world game. With their realistically modeled ecosystems, trying weather systems, and eerie visual style, it promises to be a survival game like no other. Play a nameless character that ventures around a sunless world in search of a place to call home. Based off of Cormac McCarthy's novel, The Road, it has atmospheres of darkness, gloom, and a little bit of despair, drawing you into its lush, gray world, full of dangers and difficulties. With its stamina-based combat, it adds yet another layer of survival gameplay that's often been compared to the infamous Dark Souls series. No release date yet, but it's set to release on the PC and Xbox One. Number 25 is Lost Soul Aside. No, it's not Final Fantasy, but with this much detail, it didn't take much for indie developer Yang Bing to catch a global audience with his impressive open-world game. Still in development, his one-man army has managed to release a jaw-dropping trailer that took the world by storm. Inspired by the recent Final Fantasy 15, it shares many similarities in characters and settings. With this recent partnership with Sony Interactive, there's even more things to look forward to. It's set to release on the PS4 sometime in 2018. Number 24 is Horizon Zero Dawn Frozen Wilds. We've joined Aloy on her adventures in her post-apocalyptic world where past and future collide into a cyborg primitive mess. But in this newest DLC, Aloy shuffles back to the center stage as she goes on a quest to find the truth about her and the machines that populate the land. With a brand new icy area, fight against monstrous new enemies using a whole collection of new weapons and armor. Known for their beautiful visuals, it's time once again to climb mountaintops, hunt robotic dinosaurs, and travel around their vast open world as you sail off to a new adventure. Watch out for the monster in the mountains. It's a PS4 exclusive and it's set to release this fall. Number 23 is Metal Gear Survive. In their latest title since the controversial Kojima split, Konami is boldly taking their popular series where no Metal Gear game has gone before, to the realm of zombie-killing madness. For a franchise anchored on political intrigue, it's obviously an unexpected move to the more generic multiplayer arena. Despite the onslaught of hate and confusion, however, it's still an interesting prospect to explore. So, put aside the Metal Gear biases and take your friends on a ride against waves of infected creatures, building bases and surviving another day. Parallel to the cooperative gameplay, there's also a complete solo experience for the lone survivalist. It's set to release on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One early 2018. Number 22 is Agents of Mayhem. In this action-packed spin-off to the critically acclaimed Saints Row series, play as a crew of superhuman agents out to stop the plans of a supervillain organization. Unlike their spiritual predecessor, you'll get to choose 3 out of 12 colorful agents from the eponymous organization. Explore each of their unique personalities and abilities and use them to complete your missions. With Legion threatening to destroy the world, you'll face the perils of a world brimming with evil, chaos, and destruction. Set in a futuristic Seoul, South Korea, Agents of Mayhem still boast the same neon vibrance, open-world adventures, and self-referential humor as the original Saints Row series. It's set to release on PC, PS4, and Xbox One this August 15th. Number 21 is Kingdom Come: Deliverance, a self-published title made possible by Kickstarter. Warhorse Studios' ambitious open-world RPG weaves us into a different kind of medieval tale. Unlike the fantastical games of recent times, Kingdom Come offers to deliver a realistic experience rooted in the everyday struggles of the Middle Ages, with historically accurate castles, knights, and open-field battles. While it doesn't have dragons, magic, or any of the possible feats, the game shows us that history has enough intrigue and disasters for a good bit of fun. Setting its foundation on the strengths of the genre, it boasts branching dialogue, a collection of classes to choose from, and of course, a customizable skill tree. It's all your favorite RPGs, all rolled into one historic release. Coming to the PC, PS4, and Xbox One on February 13th, 2018. Number 20 is LX. From the makers of Gothic and Risen, Piranha Bytes is giving the world another experience in the realm of sci-fi fantasies. Described by viewers as a true open-world game, it shares similarities with Nintendo's recent hit, Breath of the Wild. From the very beginning, the game lets you explore the four corners of its vast world. Dive into the sandy dunes, volcanic territories, Arctic mountains, and lush rainforests, along with various competing factions. With the land of Magellan devastated by a meteoric catastrophe, four groups fight to the death to gather the coveted LX essence. While its demos have exhibited some bugs, it still feels like a good game if they manage to pull it off. It's coming to the PC, PS4, and Xbox One on October 17th. Number 19 is The Crew 2. Conquer sky, sea, and streets with every vehicle you can imagine, and all around the United States. That's the promise of The Crew's latest entry, taking open-world motorsports to a whole new level. While their last title was a little rough on the edges, this new installment aims to silence all doubts and shine like a newly polished gem. Make a splash, glide through the air, and zoom through the tracks with cars, boats, and planes, all rendered in beautifully detailed style. With hangars and garages full of realistic vehicles, take your pick from helicopters, buggies, motorcycles, and so much more, as you take trips from the west coast to the east. Let's hope the driving physics are better this time. It's set to release on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One early 2018. Number 18 is Sea of Thieves. Here to fulfill your dreams of becoming a member of a hardy pirate crew is Rare's upcoming action adventure. Bring down your sails and climb aboard as you embark on a journey of a lifetime. A cooperative multiplayer at its core, take your place among the ranks of pirates and sail off across the seven seas. With its guided, emergent gameplay, you can go about your days in its tropical paradise, singing songs, telling stories, and of course, battling other ships. The heat of war is great testing ground for teamwork. Load the cannons, steer the ship, and repair the hulls as you fight to bring down the opposing crews. On the other hand, the game is still in its alpha stage, and they've kept mum about the details. It's set to release on the PC and Xbox One early 2018. Number 17 is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. One of Nintendo's most impressive exclusives, this much-awaited sequel to Monolith Soft's highly acclaimed Xeno series will hopefully bring in more of their eye-candy visuals to the spotlight. Especially with a more powerful platform, we're expecting great things from the franchise. Their own take on the famed Final Fantasy series, it's known for its innovative storytelling and ushering in the spectacular return of the JRPG genre in the new generation. Experience a whole new story featuring a boy named Rex and his mysterious friend Pyra. It revolves around a quest for a long-lost paradise called Elysium, a land where Pyra once called home. Weave through its complex narrative and enjoy its fluid combat system. It's set to release on the Nintendo Switch this fourth quarter. Number 16 is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG for short, is a game that revitalizes the legacy of Battle Royale games on Steam. Still in its early access on the PC, Bluehole's third-person Battle Royale pits players in a grueling survival challenge. It's killed or be killed. Go alone or with a team. Collect resources, materials, guns, and more. The last person alive wins. With its early access success, the game is coming to Microsoft and Sony consoles sometime soon. It promises to bring more depth to its open-world style carnage. It's winner winner chicken dinner, and it's coming this late 2017. Number 15 is State of Decay 2, another Microsoft exclusive. After the success of its predecessor, Undead Labs decides to take you to their decaying world once again. Known for its unique survival elements, this follow-up expands on the successful formula with new layers of excitement. With a hub world that's 3 times bigger than the original, there'll be more zombies to encounter and even more dangers to overcome. Along with it are a whole list of improvements on their base building features, UI, and character customizations. Team up with a group of people to keep yourself alive from the harshness of reality. Fend off zombies, build settlements, or be a lone wolf. Weave your very own zombie story or test your outlandish zombie survival theories. Coming to the PC and Xbox One in the first half of 2018. Number 14 is Mount and Blade 2: Bannerlord. After 5 years in development, the popular action RPG is coming back to give you a better dose of their epic medieval fantasy. A prequel to their 2010 debut, the game is set 200 years before the events of the original, and during the decline of the Calradian Empire. Set yourself up for some classic warfare, as you mount your horse and ride into their improved full-scale castle sieges. Or you can make use of its sandbox gameplay to enhance your reputation, or fight against lowly bandits with their complex and satisfying combat. Each NPC you meet in their world will have their own alignments and desire, so you'll never know what to expect. And that is a good thing. A medieval sandbox game like no other. No release date yet, we hope it's coming to the PC soon. Number 13 is Ark: Survival Evolved. Not your ordinary open-world survival game, Ark takes you to a primitive paradise full of gigantic spiders, massive primates, and quite famously, dinosaurs. Live side by side with the land's most ferocious beasts in a world where only the healthiest, smartest, and fittest survive its harsh terrains. Use your skills in crafting and forging to set base camps and master the art of taming to rule over the creatures of the world. With a perfect balance of deadly reptiles and beautiful landscapes, it's the perfect place to spend a few hundred hours on. Gather resources, collect weapons, and make yourself king among the giants. While its early access has shown a few bugs and glitches, we're hoping it all gets fixed in the official release. Coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One on August 8th. Number 12 is Skull and Bones. There's just something about exchanging cannon fire with massive ships in the middle of the turbulent seas. Ubisoft gave us but a sliver of the action in the seafaring adventures of their pirate assassin in Black Flag. But obviously, we wanted more. And that's exactly what Ubisoft is giving in their newest IP, the complete naval pirate expedition, wrapped in an enjoyable multiplayer. Build your own fleet, raid other ships, and customize your own. With the multiplayer, you can even compete against other ships in large-scale 5v5 battles. While it's not the complete pirate package, without the island exploration and the nasty realities of vomit and slavery, it does let you revel in the spectacular barrage of cannons and improved ship versus ship combat. Set to release on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One late 2018. Number 11 is Monster Hunter World. Capcom's limitation to the Nintendo consoles has met its end. The critically acclaimed monster slaying franchise is finally coming to the non-Nintendo consoles. Announced during this year's E3, journey through its world of beauty and ruin, flora and fauna, magic and might. Although it still retains the gameplay we all know and love, sometimes not, the biggest upgrade in world is that it takes you to far greater lengths with your friends. Explore a living and breathing world where players meet the iconic beasts of Capcom's brutal world. It's an ecosystem of MH games combined into one, and it's looking pretty damn good. Are you ready for the hunt? It's coming sometime next year on the PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Number 10 is Crackdown 3. In their very first title in over 7 years, Crackdown is bringing their trademark environmental destruction to new heights. And with Terry Crews giving voice to commanding agent Isaiah Jackson, we have a feeling there's gonna be even more testosterone-pumping action. Reagent Games and Sumo Digital with their combined forces are giving you a new world to explore and raise down. Powered by complicated cloud-based calculations, the environmental decimation is taking on a new level of realism, at the cost of required online connections. Dive into their multiplayer arena and compete for the highest and, more importantly, the biggest explosions. Or bring along your friends to its captivating campaign to collect orbs and tackle their towering bosses. Enjoy more over-the-top action. It's coming to the PC and Xbox One on November 7th. Number 9 is Beyond Good and Evil 2. A cult classic that we haven't seen much since its successful 2003 debut, taking us into their sci-fi world where people and rugged anthropomorphized animals live side by side. While there are always rumors of a new title, nothing ever came about up until Ubisoft's groundbreaking announcement last E3. Sources have confirmed that this new installment is a prequel to the adventures of Jade and Paige, set a few generations before their time. While that might mean the absence of the two characters we knew and loved, we trust that whatever Ansel is bringing us will do justice to the original. While the recent trailers have shown us a rich and beautifully detailed world, we still don't know what the actual gameplay will look like. Still at day 0, no details have been released on the platform and release dates, but boy, are we excited. Number 8 is Assassin's Creed Origins. Step into the birth of the Brotherhood and witness ancient Egypt at its finest. After 1 year of hiatus, return to Ubisoft's time-traveling open-world adventure. Step into the Animus and witness the life and times of Bayek and his pet eagle Senu. Driven by a purpose, guide him as they embark on an adventure that will shape the Creed forever. With a huge open world of Egypt to discover, ride around the sandy dunes and climb cryptic temples with the help of their signature parkour gameplay. For its combat, use your pet eagle to navigate around the battlefield and unleash your skills with your deadly bow. When all else fails, always use the hidden blade. It's coming this October 27 on the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Number 7 is Far Cry 5. A series that's known for their exotic locations, this 5th chapter is taking us away from the mountains of Kyrat, bringing us to a fictional rural county in the Montana. Their new story revolves around a pretty controversial topic: religious extremism in the form of a violent cult dedicated to tearing apart anyone who stands in their way. Guns loaded and pitchforks at the ready, your quest for survival begins. The popular FPS returns with brand new surprises. Aside from the rabid extremists, its new collection of rabid wildlife is yet another obstacle you'll have to face in your dangerous adventures. There's no update on the actual events of the game yet. On the other hand, Ubisoft will encourage deeper immersion and exploration by removing radio towers and minimaps. It's set to release on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One on February 27, 2018. Number 6 is Death Stranding. Despite its absence during this year's E3, Hideo Kojima's latest game from his new company takes the world by storm. Its announcement during 2016's E3 made it one of the most anticipated games of this generation. Its first trailer features Walking Dead's Norman Reedus carrying a dead child in a desolated beach. For a Kojima game, it's still weird. Upon its announcements, Mr. Kojima keeps teasing us with new cinematic trailers and info regarding this game. With its latest trailer, it shows the great Mads Mikkelsen and Guillermo del Toro in action. Star-studded as it may be, we still have no idea what the story is and how its gameplay works. What we do know is that it features a unique, open-world element with multiplayer aspects. We'll find out more about it soon this 2018, as it releases on the PlayStation 4 as a console exclusive. Number 5 is Days Gone. Who says the zombie genre is dying? Apparently, SIE Bend Studios' upcoming open-world survival game takes you to a post-apocalyptic United States. Step into the shoes of a survivor with a tragic past. Escape from the virulent clutches of the horrific freakers and use any means of survival. Use detonators, noise, and guns to see the light of day. Announced during last year's E3, it gained a strong hype due to its harrowing take on the zombie genre. The number of zombie units found in its third-person viewpoint is so big, you feel the tension rushing from the back of your neck. It's truly a AAA game that might revolutionize the zombie/survival/open-world genre. We'll find out once it hits sometime soon on the PlayStation 4. Number 4 is Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar's most anticipated Western adventure may have let us down when they delayed this game to 2018. But one thing's for sure, it's gonna improve on the original game by a ton. Experience the brutal setting of America's unforgiving heartland and witness open-world adventure the Rockstar way. The developers released a few cinematic trailers to offer more hype to fans, but little details are killing us. What we do know is that Rockstar aims to increase its open-world aspect, giving a more rich atmosphere and a new storyline to deliver. We'll wait for more news this year as the game sets to release this 2018 on the Xbox One and PS4. Number 3 is Cyberpunk 2077. Witcher 3 may be a groundbreaking success, some players are even calling it a masterpiece. The medieval atmosphere, the breathtaking visuals, a heart-pumping story, and Geralt's twin swords made it so much better. This time, CD Projekt Red takes you to a futuristic cyberpunk world filled with a mechanical macabre. The reason why we took it lower than usual is the lack of details. The only info we know so far is that it plans to surpass Witcher 3's scale. It features an open-world experience like never before. We might even get to see some Witcher Easter eggs, but that's all we know so far. We might get some news this 2017, but as far as we know, the release date is still blurry. Hopefully this 2018 or 2019? Number 2 is Super Mario Odyssey. Nintendo isn't holding back with their big open-world entries. Breath of the Wild did so much justice to the Nintendo Switch, and now we're going to have another adventure led by their own poster boy, Mario. Accompany him in his grand quest to save Princess Peach, once again, from Bowser's evil wedding plans. Explore the world outside Mushroom Kingdom and step into the Big Apple. Its sandbox-style gameplay harkens back to the classic Mario games of the Nintendo 64. Solve puzzles, climb buildings, talk to people, complete quests, and ride in your magical ship called the Odyssey. But aside from that, the game's biggest feature is Mario's magical hat. Use it to control enemies and objects to solve various puzzles scattered around its world. You can even put it on a dinosaur. We can't wait for this game once it releases this October 27th. And the most anticipated open world is, of course, Spider-Man. With the release of his latest blockbuster, Marvel's friendly neighborhood superhero is swinging to the PS4. Developed by the team behind the new and improved Ratchet & Clank, follow a more mature Peter Parker. For years, he's been donning the Spider-Man suit, and much has been going on in New York City. Insomniac teased the game for quite a while, giving the fans more than enough to build hype. During E3 2017, it was revealed we'll be seeing Miles Morales and a rich open world of New York to explore. With the latest D23 trailer, we're given new insights as to how combat works. Utilize his physics-reliant web-slinging skills and stop Spider-Man's rogues gallery from tearing the city apart. It's definitely one of our most anticipated open-world games. It could even rival Rocksteady's Arkham series. So we can't wait to try it out. It's coming sometime this 2018 as a PlayStation 4 exclusive. You may get these games right now by clicking the links below.